So below, this is Tyrion Energy, teaching every one of you guys that have been following me and being supportive of my platform and what I offer on this platform. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, first of all, salutations to my Madrina, to my Madrino, to my Ifa brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Paulo, Mystic, and Adjays. Those that have been following me, I thank you so much for being a part of our platform and the things that we do here for melanated people. I do not teach my personal belief. I teach my spiritual universal laws because universal laws apply to each and every one of us. What's up to my Gemini in the house? What's up, love, my Taurus? What's up, my baby Scorpio, Jelly Sweet? To each and every one of you guys. My name is Chief Apostle Samuel the Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. The ATRs are the African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. I want to say, what's up, my Stormy in house? What's up there, my Shamari, my Cancer, my Sagittarius from Detroit? I want to say to each and every one of you guys that purpose, and I will say this again, the purpose and the whole purpose of my platform is to teach people real magic, real contra, real mysticism. I'm not here to make somebody do what I do. What's up, Monique 444? My crab case is here. Now, the reason why this is important because there's too many people that are not only among my ministry, but people that watch me on YouTube. I never said to anybody that I know how to create blood. That's alchemy that I have not achieved. I have. What's up, Tree Ronda Aries in the house? What I said today, and I've been talking to different various of people, and I'm still confused why people believe that when they get on this platform, that somehow, some way, they make their spirituality or lack of spirituality about me. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries. My rise sign Pisces. I just got out of the hospital today. My hemoglobin is a 9.4. I'm battling things like everybody else. I've been anemic since a child. I'm 52 years old, about to be 53. Now, I don't want you to take offense about what I'm going to say. I want you to hear me. When people say that they are saying that they understand what we talk about on the platform, I talk about melanin energy, I talk about frequency and vibration. I'm a divine healer. I am walking in my holistic healing. I've never had to go through anything that I could not snap my fingers or fast forward myself out of the situation. I've been very notorious by saying this too shall pass and coming out of my situation and circumstances. What's up, Mama Susan? I'm going to say this and I'm going to declare this. At no time do I make people of anybody to do what I do. I've disencouraged many people not to compare themselves to who I am and what I do. What happens when you compare yourself to other people? 9 times 10, you're gonna get out your lane. People, I talking to Sister Monique. When you have a tendency to try to keep up with the Joneses, you're gonna always feel some type of way. That's why when you get around other gifted people or people in places that you're not, then you start to compare yourself and where they are versus where you are. I do not have expectations of people. If you cannot keep candle work going, I have no expectation. If you can't keep incense burning, graveyard done, there's no reason for me to have expectation. When you get on this platform and you're trying to impress different people on this platform, that you're actually comprehending what we're talking about, the subject matters, the issues of melanated people, and knowing good and well that when you leave off this platform, you're gonna do the exact same thing that you've been doing. You're going to operate. This is a message for melanated people that really want to grow, really want to develop. I had to go to the hospital because I cannot make blood. That's not my gift, not my talent. When I get on these platforms and I share these information, I try to be as transparent, as honest as I can. The reason why we're having this message today is because you falsify yourself by telling other people you are clear, that this messages that we share on this platform for melanated issues, that you're going home and you're going to apply. You're not doing that. When I teach about math, when I teach about counting of the cost, you're not doing any of that. You're not trying to recreate different financial flows for your life. You're not trying to go after the loaf. You're still chasing crumbs. And if you choose to do that, fine. We're none of us are sitting here judging you and requiring you to be anything other than who you are. You're getting on here and you're telling people that you got great takeaways and that you knew you're not going to apply those. We here, I believe in being proactive. On here, I believe in taking charge. When I went to the hospital, my hemoglobin was at 2.6. I was still cognizant. I was still articulating. Kept asking me where I was and all that, because normally when your hemoglobin is that low, you cannot comprehend. You cannot communicate. Um, I would like people, black people, that come on my platform, that only come on my platform to acknowledge that they were here. They're not listening because you're not here to actually learn. You're really not here to actually develop. I teach real magic, whether you are where you need to be or where you're not. Whether you are here to actually develop as a spiritualist. Every spiritual person has a different measure, has a different gift. I am really concerned about people saying that I have expectations that I don't have of them. I would never ask Mother Susan for $10,000 because that's the lifestyle I live. I'm never going to ask you to do something that is not within your means, or you have not even showed me that you can come up with $2,000 and $3,000. I'm not going to do that. If you've never shown me that you believe in divine healing, I have no expectation. When I see you replicate the same behavior that you have done in 2 and 3 years, it is what it is. Thank you so much. Loves are glad to see you. Thank you, baby. I'm glad to be seen. To be honest with you, I've really since I got home, I got certain things that I got to get done. I have too many people have these falsities in their heads about our Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. You don't operate in 9 realms. You're not extraterrestrial. Why would have those expectations of you? I watch you allow yourself to be hindered. I watch yourself to falsify an awareness that you do not have. Um, I'm a very proactive individual. I did a lot of things before I went into the hospital. I got done, especially for my ceremony for Oduduwa. I have a whole month to strengthen myself for that ceremony. I didn't ask you for $11,000. I didn't ask you for $15,000. Because I don't have the expectation. I watch you struggle just to get a candle. I watch you struggle to be consistent in your radio work. I watch you struggle without creating a way of means. So I already know you're not listening. And let me tell y'all something. Why this is important? Because everybody that comes to the platform is looking for honesty from the individual. To not pretend to be something that they're not. Not to pretend that you have a prayer life that you don't have like that. You're not even strong in affirmation. You're not even in agreement with the things that come out and proceed out your mouth. This is what Saturn offers discipline. You're not going to take your 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and bless it. You're not going to say, God, guide me to what I need to be doing. Or Divine Mother, you don't talk like that. I have been around a lot of y'all long enough to decipher what you're really here for. And too many of you guys are trying to compete in a lane that you have not conditioned yourself for. I'm very proactive. I don't wait to see what tomorrow is going to behold. I take care of what I can take care of when I can take care of it. And try to get ahead of the game to make things easier for me. So when things like this happens, things I don't foresee, things that I very thankful that God has brought me through it, but I really believe in my divine healing. I believe in Mother Nature. I'm gonna live and die by that, and I'm okay however it turn out. My thing is, when you do not live like that, and you should not get on here and say you understand something you really don't understand. You shouldn't get on these platforms with other people and act as though that you have a understanding and a clarity that you do not really possess. And therefore you make me an issue, because now that I'm expecting you, based off you telling me you agree, that you're going to actually manifest. And then when I tell you that you don't believe God like that, you get mad. Black people, life can be a very, very cold place. And what we are trying to do here is get with black people that are going to really help one another with true testimony, with true identification of self, your individuality, and your actual experiences. The mere fact that some of you will be on these lives and we were talking about subject matters and you have no idea. You ask no questions. You come on live and you get bored because you can't be mentally stimulated because you really don't comprehend prosperity. You really don't comprehend success. You really don't understand what it is to climb the ladder of success. And you're not interested. Do yourself a favor. Instead of coming to my live, find you somebody else that you can enjoy your time with. This platform is for people that are trying to grow, elevate, and to make their life better. I offer life wave business. If you know you can't afford that, don't get it. If you know you can't afford our services, don't get it. Don't pretend that that's a tool that you want, but you're not going to do anything to get it. Let me tell y'all something. I have been successful in achieving certain goals by putting things in place to put me in position to do the very things I'm talking about. I have spent, I think, 4 days in the hospital receiving blood. But everything I needed to do, I've already done it. I'm just going to be catching up stuff. But for the most part, everything I needed to position myself, I've been doing that the whole time. I want a better life. I want a more convenient life. I want to maintain my quality of life. And that takes me taking a personal approach to what I'm dealing with. Maintaining my health, maintaining my focus. Now even more paying more attention to my hemoglobin. These are the things that when you want better in life, you're gonna constantly move in that direction. Nobody has to tell you what to do. Nobody has to encourage you to do what's best for you. I was telling Sister Sharonda, I said what's unfair is that when you don't ask questions and when you're never applying what is being said and done on this platform. That's, when I say that's your prerogative, but what is not fair is that you got people believe you're listening and you're making changes. I've said so many times, so many different ways. I said if you are following just the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on this platform, you can change your life. But many of you, especially that are in my church, you're not doing it. You are here only, not a doer. This is when you hear me say, all you're going to really do is regurgitate what I said to sound like you actually comprehended. If you're not applying methods and methodology that is being implemented on this platform, whether it's your prosperity, whether it's your health, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your business, if you're not going to do that, you're not going to get nothing out of it. If you're not going to be consistent in your candle burning, your incense burning, your graveyard work. Things fizzle out because it takes energy to do any form of manifestation. I've said this over and over. I always tell my clients, I said, what can you afford to do? Because as long as you can be consistent, you're going to get manifestation. You can start out well, driving things home in the beginning, and you begin to what? Slack. That means you no longer are doing what you were doing in the beginning. And therefore, manifestation changes every 21 days. Every 21 days in a cycle, energy shifts. If you're not consistent in the 21 days, I think Demetrius was saying that he was burning incense, the combination recipe for 21 days. These people are getting manifestation because they're consistent. They're dedicated. You can't light a candle today, let it burn out, and don't burn one for 2 weeks. It don't work like that. There's methodology, there's strategy to success. I say to my brothers and sisters, my members, we don't need none of y'all faking. If you ain't gonna do something, just don't do it. Don't come on here pretending to people that you're trying to learn and to grow when you're just gathering information. To go further out and deceive somebody, making them think that you're actually believing in the teaching of Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. Magic is about energy, frequency, and vibration, setting patterns and breaking patterns. Putting yourself, sir and ma'am, in position that people can see your light. I got out today and was walking into the house and lost my balance because I've been in the bed for 3 days. And I fell. Sister Triano came to get me. I told her, give me some time to get up. I just lost my balance. And I really been thinking about this. And I would like people to stop lying on me. To stop pretending that I have certain expectations of them that I just do not have. And black people, when you say that you don't have an expectation of it, all of a sudden they flip the script. Why would I have expectations of you when I don't see you do it for yourself? I sit there and watch you allow things to happen. Even though I'm going through this anemic thing, I'm doing preparation that I don't have to go through this. Because the first time I went through this, it was really scary because I didn't have the knowledge. I'm more informed now. So I'm going to keep readjusting my situation that I can come out better and better and better. That's not what you do in your life. I don't just have tools. I'm connected to those tools. And I want to utilize those energies to strengthen my pathway and my destiny that God can give me more quality of life. I'm here to teach you authentic, real conjuring. If you want to learn, I'm not here to make somebody believe that I believe so deeply in something that I don't. If I tell you I'm practicing Haitian voodoo, I believe in it. Conjure mysticism, I believe in it. Holistic living, herbal, tincture, no matter how things work out for me, I believe that. I have structure behind that. And I want you to be more real and authentic when you're around people. I gave some people an opportunity. They ain't been able to sell one packet. Want people to believe they got all this influence, all this connectivity, but you can't even sell your package. So apparently, you don't have that kind of influence. Your word has to be your bond. You're going to learn that you can't fake it to make it. You're going to have to be what you are because people are going to see through that. If you were in such a place of influence, you can move any product, especially a product that sells itself. It is really, really important that some of you start growing up mentally and emotionally and giving yourself space and opportunity to really mature and see what you can really do. I just saw that. Thank you, Ryan. I got some texts and they're really about thank you, a chief apostle, for being such an example. You will never have to worry about me showing up with another face. I can be transparent because I'm real about what I'm doing. I can be transparent because I live it. Whether things that work out the way I want them or not. I'm here to invest in my spirituality. I'm here to invest in the things that I believe in. I want to push things that really help melanated people because it's helping me. I am disgusted simply because people keep trying to make like I have these expectations. And I don't. I talk to people every day that going out here chasing crumbs. I would never. I would never. The things that you go off and go for, I would not do that. I want you to know I appreciate my audience. I appreciate people that trust me. I appreciate people that understand I'm not shaking because things happen in my life. Things happen for a reason. I learn from it, I grow from it, I develop. And I try to put myself in the next time in a better position than I was this time. That's my goal, to be prepared to go through my ceremony with Oduduwa. That's all I'm gonna think in my mind. Getting my body stronger, getting more information where I can do what I was chosen to do. Um, I really appreciate the outpouring of support that many of you guys have given me, giving me grace, sending donations. All that stuff matters. It impacts my life. But I do not like people that are obviously not learning, obviously not growing, have no intention of growing, but as saying that they've done the best that they can. No, you didn't. I teach too much. I give too much information for you to be where you are. It doesn't matter if you got one talent, three talent, or five. If you are taking your teaching and applying them, you will have growth. Not no inner story. You will have growth. If you are applying daily methodology, you will grow. You will see increase. I I know it to be true because I do it. Even from the hospital bed, I was making things happen, moving things. I do not put myself in a position where people can devastate anything that I'm doing. I work around people. I'm proficient. Um, Getting with my doctors um, to get more help with my condition. I believe in science. I believe in holistic living. I believe in restoring my mind. Um, I believe in getting in position to get what I want out of a situation. I think that if people would listen at me, I make supernatural things very sobering, consistent, realistic, but it takes work, takes dedication, renewing your mind, restructuring things, revising things, um, and being serious about it. I don't see. I can't take you seriously when you're not even trying to listen. You're not that smart, and now you're allowing distractions to get in the way of you comprehending what's being said. People that are serious are focused. If you have watched as many videos as many people have saw my videos and you're not changing, you have no intention. I'm always sharing something feasible. I'm always sharing something to promote people in a positive way and develop their skill, their pace in the spiritual streets. I don't think it's fair that you come on my platform and pretend to people that you comprehend or you're applying this information, because you're simply not. And the truth is, you don't have to. But we're asking that you stop coming to this platform pretending that you hear subject matter and you're willing to apply it. But the truth is, you're doing just enough. And that's fine with me. But I don't do just enough. I do more than enough. I operate in abundance. And I'm here as an example of what it is to practice real conjuring, real mysticism, real magic. And no matter how transparent I get, I am teaching what I live. I am showing what I do when I'm going through. And I face my challenges with as much precision as possible. I don't have anything to prove by lying. I'm expecting God to do some great things, divine spirits, but I'm also expecting people to embrace what I'm going through and where I'm headed with a sober minded. If you don't want to sow 30%, 50%, or 80%, you don't have to. As for me in my house, it's 100. I believe you sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. Therefore, I don't want sparingly energy flowing through my house. I keep watching people emulate in words only, not in action. You're not going to get the same outcome. You have to put the proper work in to get these type of results. Much is given, much is required. If you're not trying to give like that, you're not going to try to reap. Don't try to reap like that. I want to say to my brothers and sisters, getting prepared for what is coming down the pike is going to be very, very important. And it's important that you be as authentic and true to your gift, your talent, and ability as possible. And no kind of showmanship is going to convince people that you're more spiritual than you actually are. To pretend that you love somebody and is always falling short of that love that you profess is disingenuous. You don't have to say things that you can't measure up to. Now there's an expectation, and you're going to feel that somebody is expecting too much. When the truth is, you're the one that's creating that expectation. Words matter, titles matter, relationships matter. And if you're not going to put the time in to be those things, then stop saying it. I was just talking to Sister Tree, and I've said for years, stop calling me daddy, because you don't feel that. You want people to think that you feel something that you never measure up for. Because it meant that to you, you will always measure up. You will always rise to the occasion. You will not give excuses. I don't give nobody excuses for being Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I be that. I be the chief, I be the apostle, I be the pastor. I meet that each and every time because I mean what I say. And when you are saying you're a conjurer, a mystic, or a mother, or father, or a sister or brother, it should manifest in energy. I hope I said something. I hope I encourage you to walk in your lane, to be authentically you. Stop coming here, hearing these testimonies, and thinking you have to compete with these people that are consistent. You're not consistent. You're not dedicated. And you're making yourself look fake because nobody sees the consistency of your realness. Whatever it is that you believe in, whether it's Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, stick right there. Don't go no further. Don't call Gabriel. You don't believe in none of that. You do not believe in the Impungos. I do. You don't believe in the Orishas. I do. You don't believe in the spirits of Egum. I do. It shows up in my life. And anybody believe into it like that, it show up in their life too. Please give yourself a reality check. Don't feel like everybody is against you because you can't measure up to what you're saying out your mouth. Life is truly what he or she makes it. I appreciate your time and your consideration. I want to get some rest and get ready for tomorrow. Just think of what I said. Think about what you're not doing and what you're not going to do and what you're not going to represent. Energy, frequency, and vibration is real. Don't call on things you don't trust like that. Believe in like that. Stick to the rivers and the lakes you used to. I'm going to always be a DC diver. Riding, walking. It's important to me to represent what I believe in, whether it's working for me or it's not. That's how real I am about my craft, about my ministry, about the things I do. If you want to support Apostle Ely, support me in truth, support me in love, and don't come to this platform putting on fronts for people that, number one, don't know you, and they're not here for you anyway. I want to win. I want to be victorious. I have a strategy about how I'm going about it. Um, in spite of what I'm going through, it ain't over till you dead. So I'm not a Santero. I'm not an apostle, pastor, teacher, evangelist because somebody else is. I'm gonna live in my truth and my reality. I'm gonna make sure I'm in position to be victorious each and every time. And I encourage you to do the same. Put your money where your mouth is or shut up. Nobody has time for another great pretender. All we got time for is the rim of course. Be true to your game, your style, your profession, the way you are your individual. And stop competing with people or trying to compete with people when they're rooted and grounded in self. You're not. You're still trying to figure it out. Some of us have been figured out who we are. And we cool with it. All right? God bless you. I see y'all on the flip. Thank you so much for your time, energy, and frequency.